Go.
Hey, it's Danielle here with Curated Nutrition with CIMC, and I'm here to talk about back pain. Do you have back pain? I'm queen of back pain. I've had back pain since I was in 7th grade. I had a PE accident that caused 2 of my discs in my lower back to bulge. And so as an athlete, I have dealt with a lot of back pain over the time, and my body has overcompensated in ways that are not okay. Some things, if your back hurts around here or down lower or a tad up higher, that means that your rear end, your posterior chain is weak. Your hamstrings are probably tight. Your butt, while you may have a butt, it was probably very weak. Most of us, especially women, are very quad dominant, that our hip flexors and our quads take over most of the reign because our bodies adapt, and that's a good thing. Women, if you wear heels, if you wear heels, your butt is automatically pushed out and your feet are up higher and your quads and your hip flexors are going to do most of the work. Any kind of heel that is. So the first thing we need to work on is figuring out your posture. Roll those shoulders back, put your butt under so that you are standing in line. You should not have a butt pop. You should not have your shoulders hunched over. You should pull everything back into alignment. So when you walk, your legs, you can actually feel your butt engage and your hamstrings engage when you walk, heel to toe. All right, with that said, let's loosen this bad boy up and start alleviating some of our low back pain. Some things that you'll need, not right away, but some things you'll need is some kind of elastic. It doesn't have to be this exact brand. It doesn't have to be any certain tension. We're just going to use it to help hold our legs. So it doesn't even have to be an elastic. It can be a rope, a jump rope. It could be a towel, like twisted up. It could be a blanket. It could be anything that you can get a hold of to help hold a scarf even, to help hold your leg up. I'm going to use a foam roller. I have no clue what tension, what length. I don't know any of that. But if you don't have a foam roller, that's fine. Get yourself a sturdy pillow or some blankets rolled up, and I'll show you how to do that later. And then we're going to do a few strengthening exercises that anybody can do with anything. I have a kettlebell down here as an example, but you don't have to have a kettlebell. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, first things first, let's start stretching out the hamstrings, because I'm sure that that's where a lot of the pain is coming from, because you're overcompensating with the front. This has become so tight that it doesn't work, okay? So first things first, let's just spread our legs a little wider than shoulder width, different for everybody, so whatever feels comfortable, and you are going to push or bend right here at the hips. Bend straight down. Try to push your rear end. I'll turn sideways. You're gonna stand this way. You're gonna push out your butt and try to push that tailbone up. Do you notice that I am not even bent 90 degrees and I already feel it right here? That is the first thing. And if you push in on your, right above your knees, you will feel an even bigger stretch. How long do you stay here? Most people, I don't understand where they got this count to 10 and you're done. That's not the case. Usually for me, it's until I feel the muscles that are like this go like this. Don't rush your stretching, okay? So that's step one. Next thing, same position, but bend over with your butt out again, pushing that tailbone up, and try to touch the floor. Stay here again until you feel that muscle release. Don't count to 10, don't count. Turn on some music, listen to a podcast, put on Netflix on your phone and just watch it on the TV and watch it. And the goal here would be to get your hands flat on the ground, just like this. And sit there until everything, because I'm feeling it right here now, up here and here. When this releases, then we continue to get closer and further. So that is one exercise you can do. The next exercise you'll do, once you're loose, is put your feet about shoulder width apart. If you notice my anatomy, my legs actually kind of go in. They kind of make a, like this. So my shoulder width apart, it feels a little more comfortable, a little wider, because my legs are not anatomically correct, and that's okay. So know your body and know how to respond. Same thing though. You are going to stand straight with your butt tucked under like you're supposed to, proper posture, and then start to bend. Start to bend, keep your head in line, start to bend until you feel it, pushing that tailbone up. When you push that tailbone up, you're gonna feel it, it's gonna hurt. Stay there. Stay there until that muscle starts to release. When it does, get a little lower, get a little lower. And again, the goal is to be able to put your hands flat on the ground, just like that, and feel the release, okay? That's those stretches. Now, this should have you loose enough that you can properly get on the floor. But how do we get on the floor safely and properly without hurting ourselves again? Some of us will walk over to a couch or something and put our hands on it and then get down. That's okay, but what you're doing is also causing more, you're also not using your muscles properly. How do we get down on the floor? You slowly and carefully, if you need a balance, grab a chair, but you're gonna put one foot in front of the other and just kind of start to lower like this. Now, interesting, if you're in this position, you will start to feel your hip flexor stretch. Stay here. Arms out and lean forward. You're gonna lean forward, pushing that hip out this way, okay? You're gonna lean forward and push that hip out this way. You might need a towel underneath there because it already hurts. It already hurt to me. But lean forward, put that back foot flat. Lean forward, pushing that hip out like this. You'll feel that stretch there, okay? Once you're down there and comfortable, move that leg down, put this leg up, and same thing. Push it out, okay? We're not doing till 10, remember? It's when you feel the release, okay? Once you're safe there, you are safe. Get down on both knees, and then we put our hands like this to the side, and then we sit down like this. That is how you safely enter the floor, or get to the floor. So now we're here. We're going to spread our legs like we did on the top. And I like to scoot to make sure I can feel my sit bones. They're the two bones in our hips. They call them sit bones. When you feel those, like actually touch the ground, you're in the right position. You can spread your legs as wide as you want. I don't have a whole lot of room at the moment. Spread your legs as wide as you want and just start by leaning over. Shoulders back and leaning over. You're gonna feel it, especially here in your lower back, at the top part of your lower back, you're gonna feel it. Sit there. Sit there till that muscle releases. And then you can go over here, grab your knee, and then hold your foot and stretch. Same thing, but then when you're done and you feel this release, I want you to lift your arm up, push this down while you're lifting your arm up. You can maybe you can only get here. Maybe you can only get here like I can right at the moment. Right there. Feel it release. Okay? Same thing, switch over here. This hand goes here, this hand goes here, and stretch. Wait for it to release. Again, it may take you maybe 2 episodes of Blacklist. I don't know, but it's gonna take you a while, especially if you haven't done this before. Then reach this arm up, and this side, like you're always gonna have one side that's better than the other. This side I can go further. And then you can reach out again. Always keep your posture up. All right, so there are those. If you can, bring your feet in and pull and hold. You may be only able to get here. That's fine. Just keep going forward as best you can. The other stretch when you're in this position is pointing your toes and reaching and holding your ankles. And you will feel that in your lower back as well, okay? So that's it for that. That's it for stretching for now. How do we get back off the floor? We're stuck here, right? Wrong. The same way we got down. Bring your legs to the side, hands over here. Push up onto your knees. If you need a chair or a support, do that. If not, one leg up You're going to push with your butt through the back of your leg and into your heel. You're not using this leg at all. Push through this leg like that, and you're up. That's how you safely get up. Now for some exercises. Some easy exercises to get your butt and your posterior chain working. Simply stand here. If you're doing dishes, if you're cooking, start doing simple movements like this, where you're not moving this part, but you're using this, and you're just going to go like this. Just this, that's it. And when you go back, your butt should squeeze by itself, okay? Both legs, just do it as you're doing some kind of activity. Another thing is the deadlift. This is another thing to help with your functional fitness. Something I would really think about getting. I think Five Below, I think Target, I'm sure Target, Walmart, all the stores carry little dumbbell or little kettlebells. I would highly recommend getting something. It doesn't even have to be a kettlebell, it can be a baby if you have a baby at home. So you're gonna take your kettlebell, put it on the floor. Okay, feet a little wider than shoulder width. You're going to stick your butt out like we did, remember in the beginning when we did that exercise? You're gonna stick your butt out, bend down, shoulders back, bend down, pick this up. And then you're just gonna lift it up. Only using your backside. You will feel your hamstrings stretching just like this. Notice my shoulders stay put, my butt goes back, I'm using my butt and my heels. Do not lean forward on the front of your feet. Air on lean and pushing through your heels. Let me go sideways for you. I'm a little wider than shoulder width. Down. I can even lift my toes off the ground to make sure that I'm using my butt and using my hamstrings. This in itself, slowly, will help you build up your posterior chain strength, helping your lower back become free from taking on all the stress of a weak rear, weak hamstrings, and not using your whole body the way it's supposed to. I hope this helps you, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope to give you more. Have a good day.